Welcome inside the gymnasium on the campus of Mingus Union High School for tonight's Saturday wrestling match as the Prescott Badgers travel to take on your Mingus Marauders. Philip Katafmo alongside assistant coach for the Mingus Marauder Wrestling Program, Dave Wilbur. Coach Wilbur, welcome onto the program.
Hi.
Hey, we're happy to have you, Coach, to help fill in the blanks with this program and let us know what's going on. Both teams looking for their second win on the season. We'll talk about that and preview the matchup to come right here on Verde Valley TV. We'll take a break. Don't go anywhere.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders.
Balancing your family, finances, and future is a lot of responsibility. Let Jennifer Griffin and her team at State Farm help. Jennifer Griffin is an Arizona native and a Mingus graduate as well. As a third-generation State Farm agent serving the Verde Valley in the same Cottonwood Main Street location for over 35 years, Jennifer Griffin offers all of State Farm Insurance's lines, specializing in auto, home, life, and small business policies. Jennifer Griffin and State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right.
When you buy a vehicle from Hyundai of Cottonwood, you'll enjoy thousands of trouble-free miles. With America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000 miles, and every new Hyundai comes with complimentary maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles. Driving a Hyundai will give you peace of mind. Remember, a better commute starts with a better car. Hyundai of Cottonwood, serving the Verde Valley and Quad Cities.
Welcome back here inside the gymnasium for tonight's Saturday matchup for wrestling. Philip Katafmo alongside assistant coach for the wrestling program here at Mingus Union High School, Dave Wilbur. Got a great matchup for you tonight. We've got Prescott taking on the Marauders. Both teams looking for their second victory on the season. Coach Wilbur, last week, or excuse me, I should say this week. It's still this week because it's Saturday. The Marauders went down to Phoenix to take on Marcos Deniza. How'd the team perform?
Oh, man, they did awesome. They completely demolished Marcos this week. All our guys did real well that wrestled and won there. Hunter, he had a tough go there, but he ended up finishing out strong. So. And
this team is led by 3 seniors this year, one of which being Tyler Griffin. His brother Ryan wrestled with him last year. This year it's just Tyler Griffin, the sole final Griffin of the Griffin brothers on this team. We want to thank Jennifer Griffin for sponsoring this broadcast. But, you know, talk to me a little bit about Tyler Griffin, his senior leadership. What has it meant to the team so far this season? I know we just started the season.
Right, yeah. Man, Tyler, he's such a good kid, and you never have to worry about him. He's always on time. He does his stuff. He's always on the kids, getting after their work, and he's a good kid. Yeah.
2 other guys making up the rest of this wrestling program, 2 underclassmen, surprisingly. 1 junior, Andy Babcock, and also Kai Miller, who is a sophomore. Young core for this team, only graduating 3 seniors.
Yeah.
Which must be nice, I would assume.
Yeah, it definitely is.
You tell us a little bit about Andy and Kai?
Andy, he's a brand new wrestler, so we're about to find out tonight.
He's the one wrestling in his first match tonight, correct? Wow,
yeah.
That's got to be pretty exciting. Did you have any stories of your first wrestling match ever in high school?
I honestly don't remember. No, man, I was 5 years old, so
okay.
I honestly can't tell you.
All right.
I know I won, but that's about it.
Do you have any? Did you give Kai any word of advice before his first match today? His first ever wrestling match?
Oh, for Andy?
Or Andy, excuse me. Yes.
He's pumped. He's we told him, don't go out there like ball fire and just do your moves.
Okay, all right. On the other side, Prescott tonight also looking for their second win on the season. They were able to beat Peoria 39-30. A relatively smaller roster for Coach Collette this season, but nonetheless, the Badgers are in the division, I believe, for wrestling or region. A great prep on my side, but either way, the Badgers are here tonight. What can we expect from Coach Collette and the Prescott Badgers in his first season as the head coach?
I know he has a couple of returning studs, so, I mean, he should have a decent core from the start, so we'll see how it goes.
Some of those returners include sophomore Landon Francis, Cody Hanna, impressive pitfalls in their last matchup against Peoria. Also senior Lincoln Eby and Christian Liptowski, both won by pin, and senior Paul Napper was also a big win. That one went down to the basically the scorecard, 10-9. A very close match for him, but should be a very exciting wrestling match as we get ready. Just a few more minutes to go here. Like I said, Coach, we're happy to have you on here. It should be a lot of fun. Any other closing words before we get started here in just a few minutes?
Yeah. Hey, let's get after it. Ready to go.
What's sort of what kind of strategy are we looking at tonight with these two teams? On the other side, on the side for Prescott, if while you guys were preparing, what are some things that jumped out that Prescott does well that you guys want to kind of slow down? Without saying too much, because it is quiet in here.
I know. I mean, every kid has a different style, so it breaks it down different for every kid.
Gotcha.
So.
See, I played basketball and baseball in high school, so I'm used to the sort of team preparation with wrestling, or excuse me, with those sports where you kind of go, okay, well, they shoot three-pointers well, or if it's baseball, they throw a lot of curveballs. But with wrestling, the prep can change in the game or in the match, I should say, because one guy could show you one move, and then he flips you over, and he's got another move. Exactly?
Yeah. Exactly. And every kid's different, and then you don't know if they're going to try something new this week. So,
well, Coach, what about for you? You talk about Andy and his first match this season. What kind of drew you to the sport of wrestling?
I guess I brought a flyer home when I was like 5, and I said, my dad, I guess I want to do it. And it's been like that ever since I was 5.
And has led you here to the assistant coaching position here at Mingus Union High School as the assistant head coach. And, like I said, we're getting ready for this matchup. Both teams looking for their second victory on the season. Of course, Bradshaw beating Peoria this week. Mingus beating Marcos Deniza this week as well. Like you said, Coach, dominating performance, 78-3.
Yeah.
I mean, what did the guys do real well last week that they're hoping to do this week?
I'm just hoping they stay aggressive and, don't go blank. They know their moves. They know what they should do, and just go out there and perform.
Yeah, we're hoping so. We're going to take a quick pause for the national anthem. Stay with us. We'll be getting ready for this wrestling match in just a few moments. Just stay right here. All right, the national anthem has been sung, and we are ready for Saturday night wrestling here at Mingus Union High School. Philip Katafmo alongside assistant wrestling coach Dave Wilbur. We've got a great matchup for you as the Prescott Badgers travel to take on the Mingus Marauders in a relatively quiet gym on a Saturday night. But Coach Wilbur, we're here, we're ready, and wrestling shall commence soon.
Yes, sir.
Got a few weight classes for you tonight. 113, 132, 145, 160, 170, and 182 are on the docket for tonight. What can we expect on the side of the Marauders, Coach?
The start of the Marauders. Well, we're starting up here at 108. We got first year Isaac. Wow, and then our first 113-pound match should be pretty exciting.
Yes, it should, and that will be a forfeit victory for the Marauders to start things off. Unfortunately, Prescott only able to wrestle 6 wrestlers tonight, but, nonetheless, we are still here and ready to go as we get our first actual wrestling competition here, Coach. And who do we got in the 113 weight class?
Yep, this is Brody Townsend.
Brody Townsend.
Yeah.
And here we go. Good grapple here from the Marauders. Trying to get him on his back. Right back down onto the mat.
Yeah, that was a nice takedown.
That should be Wallace Stooks on the side of Prescott. Brody Townsend trying to get the pin. A lot of pressure on his neck, Coach.
Yes.
Try to control the center of gravity, I would assume, correct?
Yeah. Brody is actually really good at that.
Oh, so we get a quick pause for blood. Never fun to get a nosebleed during a wrestling match, am I right, Coach?
Exactly.
Brody Townsend comes into this one, 10th grade. He's been wrestling for 8 years, 2-time middle school state champ, freak show champ. You'll have to explain that one to me. Carries a 3.5 GPA and would like to wrestle in college. So somebody taking it to the next step.
Yeah.
That is Brody Townsend, and of course on the side of Prescott, that is Wallace Stooks, excuse me. Our 113 weight class here on Verde Valley TV, our first home wrestling match of the season. Our next one will be next Wednesday against Thunderbird High School. Bob Weir will be on the call for that one. Marauders up 5-0 early on here. As we get the blood cleaned up off the mat. Got to keep it sanitary, especially with COVID too.
Yeah.
You got to deal with COVID, got to deal with blood.
All the repercussions.
If somebody sneezes on you, I mean, it's pretty much over.
Yeah.
So Stooks will start in the down position. Townsend will be on top, and here we go.
Right,
Townsend gets that leg through. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Looking
Crawling
for a spladle.
Yeah, crawling all over him. Townsend trying to get that right arm pinned down. You gotta get the chest flat on the mat, correct, to get a pin?
Back.
Back, okay.
Yeah. That's what he's trying to do, is getting his elbow there for leverage. Trying to
lift him over?
Yep.
Okay. We'll reset here. Stooks going almost immediately for the legs. Townsend on the good reverse. Townsend here again, trying to get on top of him. About 30 seconds left here. And he's got control. Townsend trying to close it out.
Oh, let's see if he calls a stalemate.
Trying to get that. He's got that left arm in that hold. Brody with the mismatched shoes tonight. Coach, we get him a pair of matching shoes. And that'll be the buzzer.
The kid has like 3 full pairs of shoes.
3 full pairs of shoes, but he likes to mix match them. I like it. I like it a lot. So here we go. 7-1 Mingus early on here in the first matchup of the night. The 113 weight class. We will then have the 120, 126, and 132 coming up. Townsend will be on top. Stooks will be on bottom. So you're trying to get that right arm.
Yeah, he's trying to get the bar.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Stooks trying to flip him back over on his back, but Townsend doing a good job staying on top. A lot of fight in Stooks as he makes his way back up onto his feet. That'll be a point for Prescott.
Yeah. And so we got 7-2.
7-2 our score here for Brody Townsend. And Wallace Stooks on the side of Prescott in our 113 weight class. About a minute left here in the second round of our first matchup. Townsend going for that left leg, trying to get him over. Good flip. Got him on his back. Townsend trying to get him down.
Yeah, he's got to get back behind.
Now, Coach, if you're sitting on the sideline right now, what are you screaming at Brody? I mean, genuinely, like, what is your emphasis here with his opponent?
In that position right there, and you got to tell him not to get too high.
Okay.
If he gets too high, he'll be bucked off.
23 seconds left here in round 2. 9-2 our score. Stokes is on his back. Townsend's trying to get the pin.
Oh.
Stokes still out of fight. And we got another stoppage in play for blood. So Townsend doing a good job of keeping Stokes on the mat as best he can. Only a few times Stokes was able to get back up onto his feet or at least reverse out of Townsend's hold.
Right. Brody is very good at keeping the pressure on, which is, I'll tell you what, that wears on kids.
Oh, I bet. That's probably a reason why he's a 2-time middle school champ.
Yeah.
Do you know what Freak Show champ is?
Yes. So Freak Show is part of the Rocky Mountain National tournaments, and he holds a bunch of them all over the West Coast.
Oh, wow.
So it's a pretty big national tournament.
So this time it is Townsend who has the blood issue there. It looks like his right eye, maybe possibly the eyebrow, or maybe somewhere on his head.
Yeah.
Get that checked out. You can see he takes a look dead at the camera. But Townsend doing a good job of, like you said, staying on top and being on top of Stooks.
Right.
13-3 here in round 2 of our first match.
That's a decent little cut.
Yeah, like I said, just right over the top of the eye.
Yeah.
But just like in boxing, it seems like whenever you're in a fight, I've gotten cuts all over myself just, from bumping into stuff because I'm very clumsy.
Right.
And but outside of that, it seems like whenever you're in a fight, I always watch boxing or MMA, these guys get a small cut and it just pours. Pours blood. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the adrenaline pumping, more blood going through your body. As we mentioned, outside of the COVID precautions, as you can see, the wrestlers with their masks on, myself, Coach Wilbur wearing masks, everyone on both sides of the sideline, and the parents who made it into the stands, all wearing masks tonight to stay with our COVID precautions. Do want to thank our referee, the vice principal here at Mingus Union High School, Justin Hartman. Mr. Hartman doing a great job. He was our referee last year when we were here calling wrestling matches. As Brody gets his headgear back on. Hopefully we have controlled the bleeding.
Yeah,
and Brody can continue to control the match because he's doing a great job so far.
Correct. Yeah, he's got, 10 seconds left in the second here. All he has to do is hold him down and wait for period 3.
So like Coach said, we got about 10 seconds left here in round 2. Townsend doing a good job of staying on top this entire match, and here we go. Wallace Stooks gets back onto his feet and flips him back over. A little stoppage in play here.
Yeah.
Good flip by Townsend. Stooks able to hold out. And we'll go back to our neutral positions here as we begin round 3. 2 minutes back on the clock, and here we go.
Yeah, so right now Brody's either looking for a tech fall or a pin.
He's leading. He's got the points ahead.
Yeah, so right now he's good for a major decision, which is 4 points for the team.
But a pin, I believe a pin is more points, correct?
Yes, pin is 6.
All right, we'll see if Townsend can get those 2 extra points. And we got another stoppage in play with the blood, and you got to feel bad for Townsend here as he just can't control the bleeding over his eye. So this will be the 3rd time we've stopped so far. You can see if, just right over that right eyebrow.
Yeah.
There's a nice little cut. And hopefully, Brody's only got to really last, another minute 39?
Yep, minute 39.
And then should be able to get the either the pin or win by the point total.
Right.
I know you would want the pin, of course.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure Brody would as well.
Yeah.
And then we'll move on to our 120 weight class. Coach Collette on the side of Prescott in his first season as the wrestling coach here at Prescott High School, the football coach as well. Got a chance to speak with Coach Collette twice while he was coaching football over at Prescott earlier this fall season and right before the start of the winter season. You can check that out, youtube.com/Verde Valley TV. Spoke to him on our high school sports program Off the Bench. Also spoke with Clint McKean earlier or a little later in the fall season. He hadn't even gotten started to winter yet, but Coach McKean always a wealth of knowledge when it comes to wrestling, and he's been doing it for a very long time. Townsend will go right back on top. Stooks will stay on bottom. Here we go, round 3, minute 30 left. Mingus up 13-3. Townsend's got that left leg hooked around the right leg of Stooks, trying to get the flip.
Ooh.
Townsend able to get out of the little trouble he had.
A good little scramble.
Yeah, quickly had to get up. Kind of mopping the floor with him. And we'll get a stoppage in play. So what was that technique? The vacuum cleaner? Is that what we call it?
That is some funk. That's what that is.
That's survival of the fittest, I would assume.
Correct.
Townsend again right up top. Trying to get the pin. Stooks doing a good job getting right back on his feet. He's going to stand straight up and we'll get another stoppage.
We just got to get that elbow down. Oh.
That'll be a point for Prescott, able to get out of that hold. 15-3 now our score here. 52 seconds left here. Townsend flipped up, got his legs around him. Stooks able to get out of the hold. And we'll call it a stalemate. And I would assume in that situation, that's what Brody wants. He wants that stalemate to get him off, right?
Brody wants that stalemate right now to catch his breath. It's so hard wrestling with those masks on.
Oh, I bet.
Gosh.
23 seconds left here in round 3. Mingus should be able to get the first match victory as they'll go out of bounds. 19 seconds left here. Stooks got the tissue in the nose, and Townsend's got the patch over the eyebrow.
Yeah. I think he's having trouble with his mask.
Oh, okay. So we get another stoppage in play. We'll reset here, check up on the bandages, and I believe maybe it was a blood stoppage as well. This just seems like we get so close to the end of one round and we got to check the eyebrow or get a nosebleed. Of course, all precautions should be taken, but it's just kind of funny how it's been timing out like that almost every time.
Right. Every time.
Wallace Stooks in the black and blue for Prescott, and Brody Townsend in the red and black for the Marauders. Mingus leading this match right now. Stooks, Townsend's got him up. See if he can drop him down. Crawling all over each other. Stooks going immediately for the legs.
He's just running out the clock.
And that will do it. Round 3 is in the books. Long match for both teams. Wallace Stooks on the side of Prescott and Brody Townsend on the side of Mingus, but it will be Townsend with the victory in the 113 weight class. Now we move to 120. Great match.
Yeah.
For Brody Townsend and Wallace Stooks.
It was a good match.
Great way to start off. Now Brody can get a chance to treat that wound he's got over the top of his eyebrow as the 120 class will take the W for the Marauders. Who we got wrestling in the 120 weight class?
This is Andy Hayes. He's actually my neighbor.
Andy Hayes, the neighbor of Coach Wilbur.
And now we have Andy Babcock.
Andy Babcock, who we mentioned in the beginning of the broadcast, his first ever wrestling match tonight. And we'll see if we'll be looking at a future Marauder Hall of Famer.
Hey, hopefully.
So Andrew Hayes, who got the win by default in the 120 weight class, he is 10-0, or excuse me, he is now 2-0 in 2021. He is a 10th grader. He's been wrestling for 2 years, carries a 4.0 GPA, and would like to be a psychological therapist. Babcock, who is wrestling for the Marauders.
Ooh.
Babcock in some trouble. He'll kick out of it.
Oh, come on.
Good job by Babcock to get back onto his feet. Trying to get the pin.
Ooh.
And he's going to try to get both shoulders down.
Hold him. Oh.
Good reverse. Andy Babcock, one of the wrestlers of the week. He is undefeated currently in his very short career as a wrestler so far. He is a junior. This is his second. This would be his second match ever, right?
Well, yeah, the first one was a forfeit. It's an automatic win.
Gotcha,
So
I see. Okay, that makes a lot of sense why he's undefeated.
Right.
But Andy doing a great job so far, able to get out of that reverse and almost got the pin.
Yeah, almost got him.
A little more here on Mr. Babcock. He also swims and pole vaults. So a track and field guy we'll see a little bit later this season. 3.8 GPA. His favorite subject is math, which is my least favorite subject. Terrible at math, still am. And he plans to serve a 2-year mission and attend a university. So we see this with a lot of Marauders and a lot of, I would assume, players throughout the entire state of Arizona wanting to serve a higher purpose. So best of luck to Mr. Babcock going forward. And in this match, doing a pretty good job. About 1:13 left here in round 1. We do have a quick stoppage in play.
Oh, yeah. I guess I had blood.
I believe so, because there wasn't there should have been 2 forfeits before 132, so I'm assuming this is 126. So we did have a wrestler for 126, want to clarify that here. And wrestling on the side of Prescott is Wyatt Ruertz, who is a freshman. So Ruertz is back in. Babcock is ready. 5'3" Mingus lead in our 126 weight class. Little too high on the reach there.
Yeah.
So we're reset here. Again, Babcock in technically his first ever match as a Marauder. Undefeated on the season so far. Ruertz looking for the pin. Babcock just trying to stay on his feet. Don't have any illegal hold here. It'll be a point for the Marauders. So Andy going for the head there. I know he's going more for the back of the head.
Right.
But you want to make sure you don't reach for the eyes.
Yeah. That's a new kid mistake.
Rookie mistake is what we'll chalk it down as.
Yeah.
So Ruertz will start on top, Babcock on the bottom. Babcock trying to get back up on his feet, try to stay off his back.
Yeah, Andy's a fighter.
You can hear Coach McKean yelling at Babcock to let go of the leg.
Yeah, don't ever want to reach back.
And that'll do it for round one. Mingus does lead this 126 weight class match 6-5 after one. So another 2 minutes will go on the clock. You can hear his teammates cheering him on the sidelines.
Oh.
Babcock trying to grab those legs of Ruertz. That'll be out of bounds. So we'll reset again here, and again, on the sidelines of the Marauders, you hear the teammates screaming at Babcock to keep his head off the mat,
right,
and to get up.
That's that's where we're at. Yeah. Let's see how much gas he has left.
Ruert's trying to get inside that arm. You can see Babcock pretty exhausted at this point. Only his first technical match ever, but he's doing a good job so far.
And he's wrestling up a weight class.
And he apparently is wrestling up a weight class as well. So. Yeah. Ruert's getting his hands around the back of the neck.
Yeah, full Nelson.
Full Nelson. Yes, that is illegal.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
My knowledge of wrestling is very sparse, but I do know that a full Nelson is not a good thing in wrestling.
No.
That's why I bring you on, Coach, because you know what you're talking about.
Sometimes.
They just need me to get the broadcast started.
Yeah.
So we'll reset again here with 1 minute and 3 seconds left in round two of our 126 weight class.
Yep. Don't go.
Ruert's trying to get Babcock on his back. Andy doing a good job fighting. .42 seconds left here in round two.
Short time here.
Yeah, 16 seconds left here in round two, and it seems like Babcock's just trying to burn the clock.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Hopefully he has a better third.
You can see Ruert's just trying to flip him over on his back. He's almost got him halfway, 2 seconds left, and Babcock will survive round two. But on the flip side, Wyatt Ruert's doing a good job of keeping it interesting.
He's definitely keeping the pace going.
As best he can. Both wrestlers look gassed.
Yeah.
And we talked about it, obviously with COVID-19, unfortunately, they do have to wear masks while wrestling, which, already hinders the fact that you're throwing another human body around. So You got that on top of that, and I don't blame them for being exhausted.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine doing that.
We're broadcasting with a mask, and Ruert's again, trying to get the flip. 7-5 our score.
Oh, don't go down. He's got to break that grip.
Yeah,
don't let him get behind.
Almost slipped around. Babcock just trying to survive. Minute 30 here. You can hear Coach McKean screaming from the sideline.
He's got to swim out.
He's going to have to. Ruert's has got his head pinned.
Oh, no.
Trying to flip over. Good swim. And
he's not done yet.
Babcock was on top. Now he's back on bottom. Ruert's still going. 54 seconds left here in round three.
Injury time, red. Called on the wrestler.
Babcock trying to get a break, get some water.
Yeah, those masks are definitely not easy.
Yeah, it's got to be tough. I mean, you know, outside of the usual wrestling things, as we kind of talked about it a little bit, you know, you're already throwing a human body around the entire time.
Right.
And give or take, you know, 1 or 2 pounds, these guys are hovering around 126.
Right.
You know, and on a daily basis, you're obviously not throwing people around unless, I guess you're in that profession. But, you know, then you've got the mask. You know, it's covering the nose, covering the mouth. You know, whenever I go to the gym, I have to wear a mask at the gym, and it's not anywhere near what these kids are doing. But it is very tough to exercise, essentially, with a mask on.
It's hard doing anything with it on,
Yeah,
my opinion.
also true. But unfortunately, it is where we are now.
Right.
And I'll tell you what, I know a lot of people, including yourself and myself, would much rather have a wrestling match with masks on than nothing at all.
Right,
Yes.
correct.
So Andy will get some water. We got 52 seconds left here in round 3. 9-8 our score. Wyatt Ruert's on the side of Prescott controlling this match so far in our 126 weight class. We'll have 132 coming up next. Ruert's on top, Babcock on bottom. 47 seconds left here in round 3.
Oh.
Babcock trying to get on top, fighting for some footing. Babcock just trying to get on top again.
He's only down by 1.
Only down by 1, exactly. 9-8 here. 15 seconds left. 10 seconds now here in round 3. Babcock's got to get on his feet. 2 seconds, and round 3 is done.
Tough loss.
Tough loss for Andy, but a very close battle for somebody who is really wrestling for the first time in front of fans and on the mat.
Yeah, can't be mad at that.
Cannot be mad at all. Great effort on the side of Andy Babcock. Good dub for Prescott from Wyatt Ruert's. And now we'll have our 132 weight class.
Kai Miller,
who we also talked about in the beginning of the game, a sophomore. Kai Miller will be wrestling against Paul Napper, the senior for the Prescott Badgers.
Kai here is also wrestling up a weight class.
Doing a heavy duty here.
Yeah.
I was going to say double duty, but that's not necessarily correct. So Kai Miller, the sophomore, he's been wrestling for 10 years. One-time junior high champion, 5-time AZ USA state champ, 2-time RMN Terminator champ. 4.0 GPA. Favorite subject is recess. Miller trying to get the pin, trying to get both shoulders down.
Looks like he has it.
Yeah, looks like Miller might have the pin. He got it! Kai Miller, first pin of the night, goes to the Marauders. 6 points to the Marauders as well.
Yeah.
Kai Miller with a big dub for the Marauders as we move to our 132 weight class.
That was 132. This will be 138.
This would be 138, and I believe that is Isaac McKean.
Yes.
So Coach McKean's son, 10-year wrestler. He's a junior this year. He was a sophomore last year. He'll get an opportunity to wrestle against Joseph Willoughby on the side of Prescott, so we'll see if Isaac can get a win for the Marauders. Kai Miller getting the last pin for Mingus, and here we go.
That was slick.
After high school, Isaac would like to go to college for music production.
He actually still makes music right now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And it looks like he got it. Yeah. Isaac got the pin.
Yeah.
Back-to-back pins for the Marauders make for a quick match here as we move on to our 145 weight class. So back-to-back pins for Mingus puts them up 28-3 in the match. And now in our 145 class, it'll be freshman Jackson Perkins on the side of Prescott. And for Mingus?
This is Hunter Robinson.
Hunter Robinson. Hunter is a sophomore. He's been wrestling for about 1 to 2 years. Oh, wow, almost immediately. Hunter Robinson able to get on top.
He had a tough loss here on Marcos, so I think he's back for revenge.
So he's taking it out on Prescott now.
Yep.
Got him in that half hold. Robinson. Trying to get Perkins down. Almost had him. Perkins back up top. 1 minute 20 left here in round 1. Robinson almost got Perkins on his back. 58 seconds left here in round 1 of our 145 weight class. 2-2 our score, 28-3 in the match in general. Mingus up against Prescott. All right, Coach, what are you telling Hunter when he's in this hold?
He's got to get his wrist free.
You can see right there, Perkins has got, or had, Hunter's left wrist pinned down.
Yeah. So here his head's on the mat. Never want that.
And it'll be out of bounds. Yeah, you do hear, well, I mean, more specifically when Andy was wrestling, it was a lot of keep your head up, keep your head up.
Right.
I would assume, again, not a biologist, but the top half of your body controls a lot of your momentum.
Right.
So I would assume keeping your head up, you kind of get a chance to control your forward motion or your backwards motion, and you can utilize your shoulders a little bit more.
Well, that, and when you leave your head on the mat, you leave a lot of opens for the other guy to, get their
Stick
moves.
Arms
and
yeah. Okay. 16 seconds left here in round 1. Perkins on top of Robinson. Robinson trying to get out of the hold.
Don't go. Oh, that was quick. Uh-oh.
Looks like Robinson is in pain. And here comes the trainer. Well, let's give you a little more information on Hunter Robinson. As I mentioned, he is a sophomore. He's been wrestling for 1-2 years. Made varsity as a freshman, was also a team captain. Other hobbies include paintball, computer science, and CAD, C-A-D-D. Favorite subject is computer science and would like to go to college for robotic engineering.
Yeah,
He's
a smart kid.
Yeah, very much so.
I'll tell you what, Hunter's got to be one of the most respectful kids
That's good.
out there.
Yeah, obviously coming in as a freshman into a varsity program has got to be
Not easy.
No, it's not easy at all. But kind of speaks to more of the maturity of Hunter Robinson. Not only him being a freshman on a varsity team, but also being a team captain.
Yeah.
When you've got guys who have wrestled longer than him, and
Correct.
you've got guys who are obviously older than him.
Right.
But Hunter coming in and doing a pretty good job so far.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Minus whatever is going on here. Hopefully Hunter is okay. We've had a nosebleed and a cut above the eyebrow so far.
And hopefully not a popped rib.
Yeah, hopefully not. I'm not sure if I had heard Hunter mention his wrist. Careful, Coach.
Yeah.
As we take a look here. But we'll shoot it back over to us here.
right.
Philip Katafel alongside assistant wrestling coach for Mingus Union High School, Dave Wilbur. Coach Wilbur, we've talked a little bit about Hunter Robinson right now, but we've seen a few of the Marauders wrestle so far. What do you like?
I mean, the kids they're getting out there and getting after it. That's all you can really ask for.
2 pins from Isaac McKean and Kai Miller. 2 guys, one's a junior, one's a sophomore. A lot of experience on both sides, both of them having like almost 10 years of wrestling experience.
Yeah.
Obviously, Isaac being the coach's son, he's obviously going to have experience in wrestling because he is a McKean. But
Right. Kai here is actually his nephew.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. It just continues to run in the family, the McKeans, and I know Coach McKean's got a younger son who's also on the team.
He actually just started playing soccer.
Oh, well, good.
So.
Well, good. Well, speaking of which, Mingus soccer team able to get a victory last night against Bradshaw 4-1. Unfortunately, both basketball teams suffering losses to Flagstaff, and we're going to take a break. We apologize for the quick throw to the break, but we are going to take one. We'll be right back. More wrestling on the way. Don't go anywhere.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle. Get Gettles and go Marauders.
Balancing your family, finances, and future is a lot of responsibility. Let Jennifer Griffin and her team at State Farm help. Jennifer Griffin is an Arizona native and a Mingus graduate as well. As a third-generation State Farm agent serving the Verde Valley in the same Cottonwood Main Street location for over 35 years, Jennifer Griffin offers all of State Farm Insurance's lines, specializing in auto, home, life, and small business policies. Jennifer Griffin and State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right.
When you buy a vehicle from Hyundai of Cottonwood, you'll enjoy thousands of trouble-free miles. With America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000 miles, and every new Hyundai comes with complimentary maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles. Driving a Hyundai will give you peace of mind. Remember, a better commute starts with a better car. Hyundai of Cottonwood, serving the Verde Valley and Quad Cities.
Welcome back here to Mingus Union High School for tonight's wrestling match as the Mingus Marauders take on the Prescott Badgers. Philip Catafamo alongside assistant wrestling coach for these Mingus Marauders, Dave Wilbur. We did have, not entirely sure if it was a pin or if they called it due to an injury to Hunter Robinson.
Right.
He does have some wrapping around his ribs. Don't want to speculate at all what the injury may have been or may not have been, but Hunter is at least not wrestling now. So we will continue to move on here to what I believe is the 152 weight class.
Yep, that was a forfeit.
So that would be...
It was Dathan. Dathan got out there and got forfeit.
Okay.
Now we're at 160 with Conrad.
Thank you. So the 152 goes to the side of the Marauders. They're up 34-9 right now, and now we'll get our 160 weight class. On the side of Prescott, it is Lincoln Eby, the senior, as his headgear flies off, and I'm sorry for the Marauders.
This is Conrad Brady.
Conrad Brady. What a good name.
Yeah.
Again, 34-9 here as we begin round one of our 160 weight class.
Conrad here is our returning state champ from last year.
How about that? So a lot of pressure on him to get a win then.
Hopefully not. Hopefully doesn't overthink it.
Brady trying to get the ankles of Eby. Eby trying to lift up Brady. Yeah, we'll call it a stalemate.
He's got to finish it.
Yes. Eby doing a good job of staying on top of Brady. Brady just trying to get the flip back on his back. They'll both stand back up and they'll go out of bounds. Again, in the match, the Marauders leading 34-9 in the 160 weight class. We are still at 0-0 in round one. He'd be able to get that arm.
He's got to limp that arm out there.
You can see Brady switching from that right arm to that right leg. Now going back up to the torso of Eby. 6 seconds left here in round one. And that will do it. So, round one goes to no one. We move to round two.
Oh, Conrad actually got 2 takedown there.
Oh. All right.
Nonetheless.
Again, this is why you're here, Coach.
Right.
So 2-0 Mingus. Brady able to get a couple points on the board for the Marauders.
Oh.
Brady back up on his feet, and they'll go out of bounds. And here we go. Minute 40 left here in round two. 2-0 our score. That'll be another point for the Marauders. 3-0 now.
Hopefully Conrad can get some of his offense going here.
Up early, but things can change. Lincoln Eby on the side of Prescott doing a good job of keeping this match going. And Brady back up top.
Up 7-0.
7-0 now. Brady doing a good job. Too high of a lift there from Brady. Thirty seconds left here. Brady trying to get that left leg. Pull him right back over on his back. Eby doing a good job of staying up top, and we got a stalemate.
All right, fresh start.
Fresh start, exactly.
Yeah. 10 seconds.
Still Mingus up 7-0. Conrad Brady looking for the pin. And that'll do it for round two. We'll head to round three in our 160 weight class. 7-0, Mingus still leading. Back to neutral position. Eby trying to get the back of that head. Back into that grapple position. And out of bounds. And Coach, I want you to know we put the TV right here just so you couldn't see what was going on.
Perfect.
I see you moving around there, and if you want, when we get a chance, we'll put it back down on the table.
No, that's fine.
1 minute, 15 left here. In round three, Mingus controlling this weight class match right now. Brady trying to get him on his back.
It's got to pop his head out. There you go.
Good job by Brady.
So now he's secured a major decision. So
So it should be another win for the Marauders. They're up 9-0 here in round 3. We've got 40 seconds left before we move on to our next weight class, 170. And as we mentioned, the next Marauder home game will be on Wednesday.
Oh, man.
Against Thunderbird.
Maybe he can
Brady
catch
looking
it.
for the pin. He's got to get that shoulder down.
There it is.
And that should do it. He got it.
All right.
Another pin for the Marauders. And a great effort on the side of Prescott and Lincoln Eby, putting up a great fight in 3 rounds against a returning state champ.
Correct. Eby's no slouch either.
No, not at all.
He's a good kid.
So as I mentioned, this coming Wednesday, the Marauders will be back at home against Thunderbird. Bob Weirby on the call on that one. And for Prescott, their next match is Tuesday at Chino Valley High School. So it'll be the Badgers and the Cougars. Always a fun Prescott area matchup.
Yeah.
Great wrestling program over at Chino Valley. Not talked about enough.
No, a lot of these little schools aren't really talked about that much, in my opinion.
No, I think that's pretty spot on.
All right, here we have Sergio Vasquez.
So Sergio Vasquez in our 170 weight class.
Yep.
We'll take on Christian Liptowski. That'll go out of bounds. Sergio, a senior, has been wrestling for 4 years for the Marauders. He is a Terminator Rookie Division champion. Likes archery, mountain biking, woodworking, and welding. He's going to enlist in the Marines and be a welder slash work with something with metal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, good for him. Very crafty with his hands, it sounds like.
He is. He's always showing me all the different projects that he's doing.
And, I mean, what a way to answer the call and serve your country and go into the Marines. So best of luck to Sergio going forward. Obviously, we'll see these guys for the rest of the season. You can catch all the home Marauder wrestling matches right here on Verde Valley TV. Our first broadcast for girls basketball will be next Friday. Liptowski able to get Vasquez out of bounds. Liptowski is a senior, so the senior on senior matchup. We got about 48 seconds left here in round 1. Now, I will ask, Coach, will we see Aliana Cricks tonight?
Unfortunately, we will not.
So Aliana Cricks, the only female wrestler for the Mingus Marauders. Also got a chance to speak with her on Off the Bench. You go check that one out, youtube.com/Verde Valley TV. Aliana is a very nice girl in her junior year.
Yes. Yep.
She'll get one more year with Mingus, and hopefully by then, maybe COVID will slow down and get a few more female wrestlers. I know the girls program was starting to build up with Coach Danny.
Hopefully.
Liptowski will stand back up, so will Vasquez. That'll do it for round 1. Good battle from both wrestlers. Vasquez trying to catch his breath.
He has asthma here, so.
Oh, no.
Makes it a little harder.
Yeah, that's very hard.
Got his boots in.
Good positioning from Vasquez.
He can apply a lot of pressure there.
Controlling that top half of the body with Liptowski on the side of Prescott. Minute 30 left here.
That went a little just too hard on that.
Vasquez on top. Trying to pin Liptowski down. Vasquez, the senior, going up against Christian Liptowski, the senior for Prescott. 58 seconds left here in round 2. Mingus leads the match 40-9. Vasquez trying to get the pin. Looking to get it.
All right.
Vasquez in a good position to get another pin for the Marauders.
He's got some time.
And he got it.
There it is.
4 pins for the Marauders tonight. And you love to see it. Liptowski putting up a great battle. Vasquez trying to catch his breath.
Needs his inhaler.
Yeah, he really does.
Yeah.
Great job by Sergio Vasquez, and we'll get himself some water and some air. So we will now move to our 182 weight class, and hopefully Vasquez is okay. We're going to get him in that inhaler.
Yep.
We're going to hang off for a second here. Do want to thank some of our sponsors here: Gettles High Desert Mechanical, State Farm agent Jennifer Griffin, Hyundai of Cottonwood, and the Law Office of Shiloh K. Hogard. The Law Office of Shiloh K. Hogard is the Verde Valley's choice for personal injury cases. He represents clients injured by car accidents, defective products, dog attacks. He's been in the Verde Valley for 15 years. Want to thank the Law Office of Shiloh K. Hogard for being a proud supporter of the Mingus Marauders, and hopefully Sergio Vasquez is okay. So before we move to the 180 weight class here, excuse me, the 182 weight class, which I believe Tyler Griffin.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yep.
Again, want to thank Jennifer Griffin for being always a great sponsor of our Mingus broadcasts. And we're just pausing to make sure that Sergio Vasquez is okay. And as Tyler Griffin gets ready to go here against his opponent, that'll be Cody Hanna, the sophomore for Prescott. So, Coach, you notice any similarities between Ryan and Tyler? Besides how big they are?
That's about it. No, the two boys are completely different.
I believe Ryan's nickname was Gronk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. He looks so much like Rob Gronkowski.
That's right. Tyler Griffin, as I mentioned, a senior for the Mingus Marauders. This is his 5th year wrestling. He was 3rd at sectionals last year. He's played guitar for about 1.5 years regarding some of the other interests that he has outside of school and wrestling. 4.0 GPA, much like a couple of his other teammates. His favorite subject as well is math. And he's going to be attending NAU to study accounting, another class I couldn't stand in college. But best of luck
More math.
to Tyler Griffin. Well, yes, of course.
Yeah. Hopefully he's
Just trying to slow the breathing of Sergio Vasquez, let him calm down. As we mentioned, unfortunately, with the parameters of having the winter season, everyone agreed that they would wear masks while they're playing basketball, soccer, and unfortunately wrestling. And it is one of those situations that Sergio Vasquez makes his way sitting back to a seated position. They'll get him some water, and hopefully he'll get a chance with his inhaler to catch his breath. As you mentioned, Coach, he does have asthma, so on top of throwing bodies around, unfortunately, it is restricting his breathing a little bit, but it is unfortunate that it comes with the territory because it was either this or nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
But we're happy to see that Sergio is okay.
All right.
So Sergio is now back onto his feet. He's going to sit back down and try to relax here as we get ready for our 182 wrestling match here. Tyler Griffin taking on Cody Hanna. Tyler trying to get some leverage here, but now he's on his chest. Hanna's on top.
All right. Hopefully he can break that wrist. There you go.
Able to get out of that wrist hold.
Oh, there you go. Crossface.
So Griffin back up on his feet. Hannah trying to bring him back down. He will. And they'll keep rolling. Stoppage and play here. That'll go for
good.
You can see right there, Hannah, a little chicken wing of the right leg of Tyler Griffin.
Yeah, try not to let him score. Got that stalemate, get a fresh start. All right, he's got to get his arm free.
Yeah, trying to get out of that hold of Hannah. 9 seconds left here in round 1 of our 182 weight class. And that'll do it for round 1. We'll move to round 2. Mingus pretty much will walk away with the victory here. So round 2, regardless of what happens here, of course, Tyler would like to finish off what we're assuming is the final match of the night, as our 195 and 270 weight classes, I believe, do not have any wrestlers.
Correct.
But Tyler looking to finish things strong for the Marauders. As I mentioned, their next game will be at home on Wednesday against Thunderbird High School. That is the Marauders taking on Thunderbird. And Prescott will travel to Chino Valley. Don't got to go too far. Griffin trying to get it.
Hopefully he can.
Trying to bring him down. Finish it out with a pin.
He's
almost there.
He's got to keep that arm out in the back.
Oh, great job by Hannah to get out of that. He was on the brink of a pin.
Yeah. It was tight.
Great job by Hannah to get back onto his feet, try to get out of that arm hold, and he will do it.
So close match.
Yeah, it really is, yeah.
Good job.
Griffin just trying to get Hannah back down on his back.
Oh, wrong way.
39 seconds left here in round 2. And there's that stalemate. Some other upcoming games this week. Obviously, as mentioned, girls basketball will be on the road to take on Bradshaw Mountain on Tuesday, and they will have their home opener against Mojave on Friday. You can catch that game right here on Verde Valley TV. Boys basketball, basically the same except flipped. They'll be at home against Bradshaw on Tuesday and then on the road at Mojave on Friday. And for boys soccer, they'll take on Mojave at Mojave on Wednesday and then be back home to take on Prescott on Friday. You can catch that game on Verde Valley TV. 2 points to the Marauders, and that should help Tyler Griffin.
If he can hang on for a couple seconds.
Just a couple more seconds here in round 2, and he will last.
All right.
7-4 as we head into the final round of what we're assuming is the last match of the night.
Right.
So as mentioned, Tyler Griffin just trying to finish out strong for the Marauders, and look forward to Thunderbird High School as they come to Mingus on Wednesday. As mentioned, you can catch that game and all of the home wrestling matches for the Marauders right here on Verde Valley TV. Bob Weir will be on the call for that game on Wednesday. Hannah's got, looks like he's got, great job by Cody Hannah again to get out of that hold. And they go back to the neutral position. And I'll thank our sponsors one more time: Gittles High Desert Mechanical, State Farm Agent Jennifer Griffin, Hyundai of Cottonwood, and the Law Office of Shiloh K. Hogard. Griffin trying to get the pin. Minute 18 left.
He's trying to get the takedown. Yeah, let's go. Get antsy.
Yeah, no, I get it. No, it's got to be tough when you got the headset on. You kind of got to watch what you say, and you can't yell at the kids too much.
Yeah.
Stalemate again. So good job on both sides, on Tyler Griffin on the side of the Marauders and Cody Hanna on the side of Prescott.
Yeah.
Anytime those two have been in a position of a pin or a takedown, they've been able to get right out of it.
Right.
53 seconds left here in round 3. 7-5 our score in this match. Mingus up 46-9 in the match in general. So Prescott will look to bounce back against Chino Valley, and Mingus will look to go 3-0 on the season against Thunderbird.
There it is.
See you do the hand motions, Coach. You getting into it. I like it. "15 seconds left here in round 3. Griffin just trying to last. 9-5 our score. And that should about do it here. 2 seconds left, and that is it.
That was a good match.
It's a great match. Cody Hanna on the side of Prescott, and for the Marauders, Tyler Griffin, both doing a great job.
Yes.
Great battle on both sides for both teams, and as far as we know, it looks like we'll keep going here.
We do not have a 95 pounder.
Okay, so Prescott will get the W on 195, and then 270, we will get an opportunity to see some wrestling, unless that'll be a forfeit.
I believe
think
that's
it'll be
a forfeit.
All right, so that will do it.
Yeah.
So back-to-back forfeits, one for Prescott, one for the Marauders, and
55-15.
yeah, great match for the Marauders. 55-15 will be our ending score, and like I said, Coach, focus will go to Thunderbird High School.
Right.
What do you know so far about Thunderbird?
Honestly, I have no idea.
I was going to say, I know you haven't got a
yet.
chance to prep yet, but it's a little too early in the week. But should be a great match. As I mentioned, you can catch that match right here on Verde Valley TV. Coach McKean shaking the hands of Coach Cody Collette. Great match on the side of both teams. And we will start wrapping up here. And we're going to take a quick break before we do so. When we come back, we'll wrap things up and possibly talk to Coach Clint McKean. Stay right here on Verde Valley TV. We'll be right back.
All right.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders.
Balancing your family, finances, and future is a lot of responsibility. Let Jennifer Griffin and her team at State Farm help. Jennifer Griffin is an Arizona native and a Mingus graduate as well. As a third-generation State Farm agent serving the Verde Valley in the same Cottonwood Main Street location for over 35 years. Jennifer Griffin offers all of State Farm Insurance's lines, specializing in auto, home, life, and small business policies. Jennifer Griffin and State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right.
When you buy a vehicle from Hyundai of Cottonwood, you'll enjoy thousands of trouble-free miles. With America's best warranty, 10-year, 100,000 miles, and every new Hyundai comes with complimentary maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles. Driving a Hyundai will give you peace of mind. Remember, a better commute starts with a better car. Hyundai of Cottonwood, serving the Verde Valley and Quad Cities.
Want to welcome you back here to Verde Valley TV inside the gymnasium here at Mingus Union High School. Philip Katafmo alongside assistant head coach for the Mingus Union Wrestling Program, Coach Dave Wilbur. And Coach, The focus now shifts to Thunderbird as the Marauders look for their third victory on the season. That will happen on Wednesday. You can catch that right here on Verde Valley TV. Bob Weir will be on the call for that one. But, Coach, good victory against Prescott. What do you think?
You know, I can't ask any more. The kids went out there and they wrestled well, and hopefully they just keep improving on their little mistakes, you know, at the I can't remember the name right now. Can't remember the match.
It's all good. It's all good, Coach. But
yeah.
I want to thank you very much for coming on and filling us in with a lot of the wrestling terminology here and giving us an insight inside the team. And I want to thank you for watching and listening. Yeah. As I mentioned, we'll be back on Wednesday as the Marauders take on Thunderbird High School. You can catch that right here on Verde Valley TV. For the crew here, for our producer Ryan Nichols, our cameraman John Stabe, and everybody here at Yavapai Broadcasting, have a great rest of your weekend. Try to stay dry. We'll see you on Wednesday.